Hey guys, it's me, Lasumi, and I am very excited to be sharing with you 23 things I've learned at the age 23. Today is my birthday, and I thought that this was just a fun way to express 23 things that I've been learning, and what has been going through in my life and what I've been really processing and growing from. So my first one is you can think about what you want to do, but until you do it, is what makes a difference. So I feel like all my life I've been under an Asian household, and it's been really difficult for me to make decisions and what I should do, what I shouldn't do. And I've come to understand that I can only please, my parents so much, but how much happiness am I getting from that? And so I think that just doing it and not overthinking about your game plan, I think that just taking the step to just do it is so important. Number 2 is no one is stopping you except yourself when it comes to making decisions. So again, like, making decisions have been so hard for me. I'm an overthinker, and I overthink a lot of things. And so I think that when it comes to making decisions, I stop myself because I feel like it's not best for me. But I just realized that, what's stopping me from being to my full potential is myself. Like, for example, me starting my YouTube, I know that if I were to tell my parents, they would be okay with it, but they wouldn't support me all the way, whereas compared to if I were a teacher. And I feel like I'm stopping myself to what I want to do and what I feel like is right for me. So number 2, just don't let anyone stop you from doing what you love to do. Number 3 is God is willing to bless you, but you have to know where your heart is with God. So I feel like God is such a giving God. I feel like sometimes we don't realize it, especially when it comes to even our house, what we have for food, our parents. I feel like those little things are so good, and I think we also have to check our hearts when it comes to what God has given us and what we are receiving in our lives. So I think that I've been learning about God is willing to bless, but we have to also check where our heart is and not be in such of a negative mindset. Number 4, take your time and do not rush the process. You guys, during the whole quarantine, your girl was trying to get a job. I tried out for VIP Kid. I was looking at all these other jobs, ABC, whatever. It was just like, I was like looking for jobs after another, and I wanted to rush this process so badly, and it was so bad. But I think that God is just telling me, take your time when it comes to these kind of things, and everything is a process. Hey guys, sorry about that. Dad was cutting the grass, so I had to change my location. But the next, number 5, again, okay. So for number 5, it's better to have quality work rather than just doing something that is rushed. I've been learning this from my mentor. I think this is huge for me because I think that being in the education field, you just kind of want to get things done. You don't look at the quality. You don't look at what you're really learning. What are you genuinely getting from? So I think for me, what I've been learning is that quality is so much better than just making something that's just kind of like and you kind of like don't put your full effort into. And I think that is super important, especially for teachers and for anybody. When you're doing something, it's important to look at the quality of your work. Number 6 is teachers, because I am an education major. I'm going to graduate very soon, next week. I'm so excited. Okay, but number 6 is teachers sacrifice their life when it comes to teaching. And I haven't noticed this a lot when I was interning as a junior and a sophomore, but now that I'm a freaking senior and I did full-time student teaching, guys, these teachers go home and they grade papers, they plan even more. When I think about it, like, school time is not even enough time for the teachers to do what they need to do, because they have meetings, they have interruptions, they have people coming in asking questions, they have emails to read. Like, guys, teachers sacrifice their life, and I've been learning that you really have to have the heart and the soul and the patience to have a teacher, to be in a teacher position. And so that's what I've been learning. All right, number 7 is consistency is everything. And I've been learning that now. I've been doing, I want to do consistent YouTube videos and workouts so that I can become healthy. And yeah, so number 7, consistency will get you what you want and you will go far with it. Number 8, in a church, you have to love the person that no one likes, that everyone, not hates is a strong word, but dislikes. And the most people that don't really notice. Like, you have to love a person on the corner of the room that never talks to anybody more than anybody else. And I feel like I've been learning that a lot. Last year, I learned that, you know, it's really easy for us to be comfortable with the community that we have, but who do you really love at the end of the day when they can't give you anything back? Who do you love when it comes to when they can't provide you with things and give you something back? Sometimes we have a friend because, oh, they can do this for me, they benefit me. But true love is when, especially when it comes to a friend or an acquaintance that's you know, on the corner and no one really talks to, do you really love that person? And I think that's what God's been really showing me, like, love people that are the unlovable. All right, number 9 is a foundation in God is everything. I don't think this really hit me. I've always heard of, blasphemy, you have to have your foundation in the Lord so that, you know, you don't waver, but I didn't really truly understand that. And so I feel like I have been learning that when you have a strong foundation in the Lord, especially when you get older, when people want to give you a drink, like, you have to refuse it because your foundation is in the Lord. When you are tempted to watching inappropriate things, you know, do you fall onto that? Or do you turn your ways and go to God? When someone gives you attitude at the store or even a friend, do you keep that in your heart, or is your foundation within the Lord? And do you know where your foundation is with Christ, because your identity is in Christ? All right, so that's number 9. Number 10 is how you spend your time daily is what creates a productive you or a lazy you. And I've been learning that throughout my student teaching, that when you spend your time just like being lazy and binge watching TV shows, you're just not going to be productive. Whereas you come home, you have a schedule where you plan to grade this many papers and then do your homework and then you can rest. I think that spending your time daily in a productive way is what creates you to who you really want to be. Number 11, you can justify and compromise a lot of things in your life. I feel like, especially in relationships, I justify their actions, and I'm saying, oh yeah, this is okay for them to, you know, continue to drink, or it's okay for them to continue to act this way. It's okay for them to do this and that, but it's important, as especially in a Christian community, if we genuinely love the person, we have to sacrifice, and we have to not justify their actions, but, you know, come to them in a loving heart and say, hey, I want to come to you in a loving and open way, and I want to talk to you about what I've been seeing and how we can, you know, grow closer in God in this way. So that's number 11. Number 12 is do not assume things about people, okay? I think that comes with judgment and judgmental people. I think that sometimes when we see a person dating someone, we'll be like, she ain't even she ain't even that cute, you know, he downgraded, she downgraded, you know, and like we do not know anything about that person, we don't know anything about this person. So I think that it's really easy to judge somebody and it's really easy to assume, but I've been learning that we have to understand each person is different. Each person has their own personality. Each person is raised in a different household. Each person has their own thing that is going on in their life that they have been into, their history, their past. So I think that it's so important to learn that we can't just assume things and we can't judge. Number 13, this is from Jeannie Mai. I love Jeannie Mai. She's so strong and she's like a huge inspiration to me. I think that her voice and the way she expresses herself is like so strong. She's such a woman. And this is what I've learned is own you before they do, which is like whenever someone tells you about things and want to convince you to do some things, you know, you gotta own you, and you can't just always people please and always be like, okay, yeah, like I'll have one drink. Like what I'm saying is we have to own ourselves so we don't always get drained trying to please other people. But when you own yourself and you own who you are as a person, that's when you're like, wow, like I can really flourish with who I am as a person, and I don't always have to please everyone because I know who I am and I know what I need. I know what I want. Okay, number 14 is you are so blessed and you are so loved by so many people more than you think you are. I recently put out an Amazon list yesterday. I was so nervous, guys, and I am not the type of person to ask for anything from anyone. I hate asking. I even hate asking my parents, Mom, can you give me money? Or Mom, can you do this for me? But I feel like God has been teaching me that there are so many people that love you and that are willing to help you more than you think. All right, and number 15 is your metabolism is slowing down, girl. And I did not really realize how slow my metabolism is gone down. Like I usually, guys, when I was like freaking in my prime and I was like 15, 16, y'all, when I ate something, it went right out. But now it's like a slow slug just trying to get through, you know, and I just cannot believe how slow my metabolism is slowing down. Like I always thought it was just gonna, you know, it was gonna be okay, but now that I'm older, girl, my metabolism has slowed down tremendously. I used to weigh 120, I weigh 130, and that's only been a year. So that shows you how metabolism is crazy. All right, so number 16, God wants you to not just be comfortable with the walls you serve at your church, but he wants you to reach the people who do not know the gospel outside of the church. And so I feel like that is so important because sometimes we see the church as a thing where it's a daily Sunday thing. We go there, we do worship, we hear the word, we go home, and sometimes we share about it, we have a small group and we serve and, you know, we do that stuff. But who are we really reaching outside of the church? Do we reach the people that can't even provide for themselves? And I think that I'm learning that the church is not just a building where it's like a business. It's not like a business or a thing that we go to. Since I've been going to church for so long, I've been starting to see the pattern where it's just like that. But now I'm starting to see that God wants us to go and reach people that are outside of our church and who do not know God, who do not understand the gospel, who do not know or hear about it. All right, number 17 is when you're a teacher, you either got it or you don't got it. I've heard many stories, and as a student teacher, that you know, you either have the heart for it and you're willing to go far and you're willing to put in the work and organize yourself and time manage your life, but some teachers just don't have it. And so I think that's what I've been learning is that, you know, sometimes as a teacher, you either have it or you don't have it. Number 18 is organization of your classroom. It's everything. This is from student teaching, but I've been learning that how you organize your class literally is everything. From the day the student walks in, where do they put their book bag? What time do they use the bathroom? Do you have procedures on your wall? Do you have rules? Do they have morning work? Do they sharpen their pencil, or every minute do they come up to you saying, Miss Lee, can you sharpen my pencil? Like, organization, guys, is everything. And I've been learning that, and I literally am going to write out and plan and stuff. So that is what I've been learning. And that just doesn't come from school. It also comes from life and everything else. And yeah, so that's 18. 19, don't try to be perfect. It's impossible. I've been trying all my life, especially in middle school, trying to fit in, trying to do things and please people and try to look cool. But at the end of the day, it's impossible, and it's not worth trying to be perfect, because you're always going to fail trying to be perfect. But what makes you different and unique is you being you. Number 20 is, it's not about retaining a lot of, number 20 is, it's not about memorizing or retaining information when you go to school or when you go to college or high school. It's not about retaining it, it's about understanding it. And what I mean by that is, when you learn things, if you have to memorize a whole bunch of multiplication facts, do you actually know how to solve it? And do you actually understand that there's grouping that goes along with it, and that there's a more deeper understanding to it? And so I think that I've been learning a lot about that it's not about memorizing, but it's about understanding just any subject. Okay, number 21 is that all teachers are different, and all teachers have a different learning style. I didn't really notice this until I was full-time. And sorry guys, my dad's cutting the grass outside again. So for number 21, it's all teachers are different, and all teachers have a different learning style. And I've been starting to realize that more, that every teacher has a different style, and some teachers just give out paperwork and just expect the students to do it. Some teachers are musically inclined, where they put music in every subject. Some teachers are super strict and think that procedures and rules and how they do things is everything. Like, every teacher has a different teaching style, and I've been learning that a lot. And I am hopefully, I'm not sure if I know my teaching style yet. I think I'm still in the process of learning how I am teaching, but yeah, every teacher has a different style, and it's interesting. Number 22 is, don't overthink things. You know, this morning I was overthinking. It was my birthday today, and I was overthinking. I was like, should I work out today? And I was just overthinking. I was just laying in bed. I was like, should I work out? If I don't, then I'm not gonna be in a consistent habit. If I do, then it'll be good for my body. Like, I was just overthinking, and I just, you know, you just gotta do it. Just gotta do it. Number 23 is, failure will only grow you. Do not take failure as a bad thing, but it's good to grow your character through failure. And I've been learning that we have to know that failure is such a hard thing, but we have to learn that it will only grow you, and you can only learn from it. And you have to look at the next steps to see how you can grow to become a better character. So I did a video, my first video, about failure and how I've been feeling literally 10 times in my life, and I felt like it wasn't right for me. But at the end of the day, it taught me about my pride, and it taught me about how I needed to grow myself and how God didn't want, you know, it to be easy. If everything came easy to me, then, you know, I didn't have to grow my pride. I didn't have to grow my faith in God. I didn't have to think about, you know, how to struggle or how to study better or how to break down my pride. So I think that failure grows you more than just getting it. If you just got it, then you won't really learn anything. But if you fail, you grow from that more. So yeah, that is 23 things that I have learned, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And today for my birthday, I just plan to eat and spend time with my family. All my friends are really busy today, but you know, that's okay. And I didn't plan anything anyways because I'm just a busy girl. You know, I'm just really busy. So I just didn't really plan anything, and I'm old, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe down below, and I hope to see you guys next time.